What's up, Internet? Cory's Amy here, collecting with Cory. It's time for a pickup video. This one happens to be from Craigslist, of all places. Alright, so if you guys follow me on Instagram or Facebook, you might have seen that I picked up a decent amount of stuff yesterday as this light is freaking out for some reason. I don't know. I'm going to go through it with you guys. This is mostly a resale lot. I literally have 2 games, I believe, that are going into my collection. And it is a pretty decent deal. First up, game that's going into my collection just because I've never come across it. Prince of Persia. From the gameplay I've seen, it's not great, but I didn't have it. Next up, we have Jet Moto 2. I believe I don't actually have any of the Jet Moto games on PS1, despite being a huge fan of them. So happy to have that one. And I haven't set anything up yet and played it to make sure it works. This one I have opened up, and I know it doesn't work. Well, I know it at least doesn't save because the save battery became detached. That is Donkey Kong Country 2, Diddy's Conquest, with possibly the worst label I've seen. So, I don't know. I'll probably bring this to the trade event that we're going to have, hopefully, in January, and I'll see if I can give this away to someone who could fix it. Alright, let's save the Super Nintendo stuff for last, because there's the most of it. And it also happens to be the better stuff. There were 2 random GameCube games in that lot. Metroid Prime and Beyond Good and Evil. Makes me question what happened to his GameCube, because that would have been nice to pick up. I'm probably thinking he traded it into GameStop back in the day. There was some Wii stuff. No Wii system there, a Wii Pro controller, a couple of Wiimotes that are just plain, no Wii Motion Plus, unfortunately, a couple nunchucks. Unfortunately, the Wii is missing the GameCube port cover. Onto the games. There's an oddity in here that is a sealed copy of Jeopardy that we can see someone either sent to Amazon or bought from Amazon and never opened. Unfortunately, the seal is damaged. Otherwise, it would have been worth sending back into Amazon. Randomly not that cheap of a game anyway. It still goes for like $15 on Amazon, so I'll probably send it in. Wii Fit Plus, Wii Play, Smarty Pants, Legend of Zelda, Twilight Princess, probably the worst edition of that game, and New Super Mario Bros. Wii. And all these were in pretty good shape. No ridiculous scratches that would have me questioning whether or not they work. There was also a PlayStation 1 system, which surprisingly enough sells pretty well on Amazon, so I'm happy to see that. Wires, regular, non-DualShock, random burnt Sega Dreamcast games, which makes me question if he had a Dreamcast also, but he probably got rid of that one too. Original PlayStation memory card in there. Possibly the hardest game to look up on eBay. I'm pretty sure you literally just have to scan the barcode, because this is one on the PlayStation 1. Try looking it up. It's very hard to find. You'll just end up getting PlayStation 1 games in general. Goes for about $10, $15, surprisingly. Manual, probably not showing up on video, but is definitely water damaged. A basically disc-only copy of WWF Attitude. We got Tomb Raider 2 and Tomb Raider 3. And a pretty mediocre condition Gex. The manual is basically missing all of its guts, and from what I remember, the disc is pretty scratched. Yeah, it's pretty scratched. I don't know if that'll show up. Alright, for Super Nintendo, I could only assume that one of these doesn't work, because there's two. There's two Super Nintendos in here. Unfortunately, the better condition one has the damaged power port, whatever it's called. I know that could be fixed, so I'm not sure who to go to for that locally. And then, of course, I have to open it up, but the yellow edition has something rattling around inside. Usually it's just a piece of plastic that's inconsequential. And then you got the power cords for both, a couple of controllers, and everything you need for those. Now, here's the exciting part, the games. Let's get into it. What's in this first stack? This first stack, we have a medium condition Killer Instinct. Very hard game to find with a good label. This one has a couple nicks on there at the top. Mine is pretty good condition from, you know, upgrading like 3 or 4 times over the course of my collecting. NBA Jam Tournament Edition. Street Fighter 2 Turbo. Super Star Wars. Yoshi's Safari. Random light gun game. Dragon's Lair. Madden 95. F-Zero. Ren and Stimpy, Vidiots. Vidiots, as Ren would say. Spectre. This was the only game in the pictures from the ad that I couldn't even make out what it was. I thought it was like a Star Trek game, and I couldn't find it. Spectre is probably like an $8 game. Super Tennis. Bugs Bunny, Rabbit Rampage. Clue, which I don't think I have. Maybe I'll keep that one too. Vegas Stakes. Mario Paint, which I'm kind of on the fence about keeping. Oh. Yeah, there definitely is a, there's no mouse pad, but there's the mouse in there too. I forgot to mention that. This one I don't even remember seeing in the pictures. I wouldn't have been able, well, I would have been able to make it out just because I could see Bart Simpson there, but this is Virtual Bart. A game that, for some reason at this time, doesn't even exist on eBay. Like, eBay would have you think that this game doesn't exist. Like, there's no sold listings, no nothing on it. Unless I'm, like, typing something in wrong. Earthworm Jim, which, to be honest, I don't really like the Earthworm Jim series that much. A little too difficult for me, if I'm being 100% honest with you. So I usually get rid of those. And the last stack we have here, we have Super Mario All-Stars. I'll start stacking these another way because these have protectors on them. Super Mario World. Donkey Kong Country. Spider-Man Venom Maximum Carnage. Another Super Mario World. Super Mario Kart. And the last two games, arguably the best two. We got Mega Man X. And one of my personal favorites growing up, Zombies Ate My Neighbors. Oh, and I should also mention this. This was an oddity that I found in there. This was with the Super Nintendo stuff. It looks like it's in good condition. I'm probably going to keep this just because it's so weird and I've never seen it before. This is a Capcom Pad Soldier. This is for the Super Famicom. Let me know if you've ever seen this thing. Let me know if you've tried it before. Just like the way it's shaped, I can't imagine it being comfortable. Like, I don't know. Maybe I'll try playing NHL 94 with it, see if I'm be able to play with like this. Maybe that'll be my handicap when I play people. But let me know what you think about this pickup. Like the video. Subscribe if you're new. And as always, keep it real, Internet. I love you guys.